to Shoppers because I had medication called in. I was having a really rough time. Like, I felt like my head was going to go poof and fly across the room. But while I was there, I found a little stuffy named Fluffy. So cute. I have to say, it makes me feel better. He's so soft. He really is. He's so soft. Or she, because she's pink. I say he. He can wear pink too. So soft. Look at the face. Looks like on my nose. I love unicorns. Look at the face. Isn't that a face you could love? My stuffy. Fluffy. I wanted to say as well, as I get my glasses on, and then I'll take them off. There's a YouTuber who just recently passed away. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see her vlogs. I wish I did, because she is very inspirational and she had a lot to say for a young lady. I do believe she was 21 when she passed, September 2nd, 2018. She had cystic fibrosis, and she had a lung transplant. And unfortunately, she had a stroke when she had the transplant, and she passed. Her name was Clair Wineland. And I just happened to come across one of her videos, or vlogs, that was, my God, done in 2016, and so damn impressive. I mean, it blew me away. Somebody so young, that was so wise, and just so inspirational with her thoughts and her outlook. And she shared her outlook. Zappos all hands meeting, she was a keynote speaker. And Claire's Place won. I'll put it in. Please go and see this young lady's vlogs. I know she's passed. And in particular, which will absolutely make your jaw drop, especially for those who are terminally ill, who have incurable diseases like CF or any other, MS. Claire suffered with CF all her life. At first, they gave her a very short life expectancy, and she outlived that because of her positive attitude, her attitude in general. I always say, keep your positive attitude. Keep being positive. Never lose that. Because that's a key. That right there. As soon as you lose your positivity, things don't look so good. She was going in for a lung transplant. A new lease on life could give her maybe extra time, an extra year, extra 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20. Nobody knew. But she was looking forward to the transplant, to give her more time. unfortunately, things went terribly wrong for this young lady. And she passed. I know that she definitely is an angel. When people that young, like Dan as well, that spread their light so far and are so wise and knowledgeable, and how they outreach tens of thousands of people with that light and that wisdom. I call them miracles because they've touched so many. And her video vlogs will continue and touch many more. Claire had a foundation as well to help with CF. Such a young age. When you hear this, please go and see it. It is unbelievable. If you saw the movie Patch Adams, based on a true story on a hospital that was created, that it wasn't a hospital, but it was. That he'd wear clown shoes and nose, and he would bring a joie de vivre in that environment where children were passing, were dying, older children were dying, people were dying or sick. And it was not a hospital setting. She talks in this video as a keynote speaker a bit about stuff like that, and it's pretty damn impressive. It's pretty damn impressive. I wish I would have went to her vlogs a little bit more, because she had a lot to say. And what a wise person. A wise young lady. Very sage advice, very sage words came out of her mouth. I will definitely go back and see her vlogs. I will definitely go back and see her project. She did music with her father in the hospital. I do believe her father's John. Music touches with me on a whole completely different level, and I know it did with her and her father. And they were so funny when they were videoing, when she had oxygen up her nose. Go and see her. Again, her name and her channel is Claire's Place 1. I will put it below. And Clair Wineland is her name. Was her name. And she was a force to be reckoned with from just what I saw. She was a force to be reckoned with. And again, such legendary words that will be left for people like me right now that needed to hear them in this very moment. Tonight I wasn't doing very well. I had needles put in my head today, and they were so painful. They earlier that they had to call and get medication for me, for pain medication, because I honestly felt like my head was going to explode. It was so bad. I passed out. It was so bad. The phone fell and it kept recording, and I saw it. It was so bad. At one point I didn't know, because it looked like I stopped breathing. I'm not posting that. I don't want my family to see that. So they called in to get me big pain medication as quickly as possible. And they did. Thank God. So I'm able to talk right now, and I gotta take something else right now before my head starts to feel like it wants to explode again. I could hardly breathe. It hurts so bad. I can't tell you when I get these nerve blocks. Sometimes I know the first night is very bad and I don't really sleep because the pain is just so ridiculous, and I have to have my ice cap on, which I did, and it freezes my head, but nothing was really working, and I needed massive pain medication because it was just so crazy. It hurt so bad I could hardly breathe. That's not the norm. It hurts and I have a rough time. And there's only been a handful of times where it's been really, really bad, where I've cried out and I've had a hard time breathing. But this is the first time that the pain level was so massive that I passed out. It was just so massive. It was during the evening. It was light outside. And then when I got back up, it was dark. It was actually my phone ringing, saying that the medication was ready for me. So I got my little stuffy fluffy. Right? My stuffy fluffy. And I just hug my stuffy. I know my Mr. Peabody, my dog, was crying a lot. He jumped on me and was sniffing me and stayed on me. I guess for me it's a shock when stuff like that happens. And I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for when things like that happen. So I'm going to take some more medication. In fact, hold on. Oh. I'm a little bit warm, so I gotta watch that. Oh my God. Oh, my head. Oh. It's another thing when I said when I do get the needles. Oh, my neck hurts really bad. Oh, I get sick, my stomach, because because I had the migraine in my stomach. It makes me throw up. It makes me throw up. I'll have to take my other medication as well. But I'm telling you, it was a lot. The pain was humongous. So I got my stuffy. So please check out Clair Wineland. Wineland, one word. And Claire, Claire. What an amazing young woman she was. And it's sad that amazing young people that are bright lights and can make such a difference in this world, they're making them on YouTube. And some of them are no longer with us. So, God bless. I know she's an angel walking among the stars, dancing away, knowing, just seeing what kind of spirit she was, what kind of soul she was. Peace. Stay well. Be kind. My shirt, my mantra, and yet I smile because I got my stuffy. Peace out. Niche. Yeah, I got my hat on. I say it's my beanie. And I call my son a bean. Anyways, that's another story. So peace, love.